Welcome back, brothers and sisters. I am Braden. This is Langley Outdoors Academy, and thank you for stopping by. All right, guys, the content that we're going to cover tonight is about a ghost gun bust manufacturing ring, or it's about an international gun trafficking ring that happened from multiple states into multiple different countries, and it was an organized crime unit. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments field below because I'm going to lay it out for you. But the thing I want to say is, figure out what they're actually saying in these articles because you know where the left is going, and listen to the players and the positions, and you tell me if this is going to be the run-of-the-mill home kit gun manufacturing zone or if it's an organized crime. You guys can tell me on this because you know where the left is going to go. It has to do with ghost guns, therefore it's got to be evil because that is the numero uno. It has replaced the AR-15 as the bad boy of the right side of the aisle. But it's important that we dive into this because the why and an understanding of why they're framing things shows you their intent, and that's incredibly important. Now, I'm going to say two things I'm really excited to share with you guys. First, the bullet points episode tomorrow morning. It is spicy. It is delicious. I filmed it today, and I cannot wait to share it with you guys. It was just fun. I will see you there. The second thing, the second press is off to a great start, and I want to thank every one of you for supporting it as far as you have. Thank you very much. We're going to make a huge difference. There's links for everything in the description box below if you are interested. But let's dive into this because I want to show you this, how they're framing this from the left, okay? So, as I mentioned, a Rhode Island man was arrested for allegedly selling ghost guns and trafficking the firearms to the Dominican Republic. Okay, that's the way CNN framed it. Same instance, look at New York Times. Rhode Island man operated ghost gun home factory, U.S. says. Okay, those are slightly different things, but let's dive in. And again, in the comments field below, you tell me where the spin starts and listen to the players. Okay? This is where we look at the why and we really start to listen. CNN. A Rhode Island man was arrested in New York Thursday for allegedly selling or attempted to sell more than 100 guns that he produced at his home, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office, Southern District of New York. U.S. Attorney's Office. That's a pretty high office, but also pay attention to the number. 100 guns. 100. In the other article from the New York Times, which if you're going to look into this, research that one as well. You're going to come up with a different number, and there's an important reason why. Let's dive in a little further. Bear with me. Robert Alcantara, 34, was charged with one count of conspiracy to traffic firearms and one count of making false statements. The U.S. Department of Justice said in a press release. So the U.S. DOJ, it seems pretty large for this, right? Each count carries a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison. So right now you've got U.S. district attorneys and the DOJ. And I already told you there's a hint of trafficking in the CNN article. Check it out. Alcantara then allegedly transported firearms to the Dominican Republic via Miami, where he sold them for several thousands of dollars, the complaint read. Between September 2019 and November 2021, Alcantara allegedly worked with various co-conspirators to manufacture, test, sell, and traffic firearms, according to the complaint. And here's where it starts to get bigger and broader. Because in the New York Times article, I'm not even going to show you because it's kind of trash, all they say is, man arrested in Manhattan, New York with 40 gun parts, making ghost guns. Doesn't show you anything else. It shows you little hints of Dominican Republic, shows you a few other things, but it leaves you with the impression that it's all about manufacturing home guns, home kits from ghost guns at home. Okay, this is leading to, and where we're at right now, much larger. This is gun trafficking. You've got co-conspirators. This is organized crime. And it's important to understand organized crime is a little bit different than some Billy Bob making a gun home himself, but they're trying to conflate the two. And that's why this is important because they need this around ghost guns, and that's why they're trying to frame it that way. Let's keep going. More evidence. When apprehended by law enforcement, this is in Manhattan, Alcantara made false statements to investigators stating, quote, that he had never sold or transferred ownership of a firearm to any other individual and that he had never transported a firearm to the Dominican Republic, the complaint alleges. Okay, so that's in the CNN article. In the New York Times article, all they go is, well, he was arrested in Manhattan. He had 40 ghost guns. So if you're arrested in Manhattan, why would you all immediately say, no, I didn't sell any guns to the Dominican Republic? Why would the officer go, did you sell guns to the Dominican Republic? You starting to see where it starts to smell? This is a really long investigation of international borders with DOJ, and it gets better. Listen to what else comes into play, and it really throws off this whole narrative they're trying to spin here. Untraceable ghost guns pose a serious threat to public safety, U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said in a press release. As alleged, the defendant agreed with others to buy parts for these firearms, there's an order, put them together at his home, there's assembly, illegal, at his home, then unlawfully sold or attempted to sell over 100 of them, transporting illegally manufactured firearms for sale internationally. Does that sound like someone who's just sitting in their basement? No, that is organized crime, but they're trying to conflate the two. And listen to this last position, and this kind of gives it away. As is alleged to have happened here, the trafficking of, this is personally manufactured firearms, poses a danger to our communities. U.S. Department of Commerce, Bureau of Industry and Security, Office of Export Enforcement Special Agent in charge, Jonathan Carlson. All those things. This is a 2-year investigation. Do you think this guy in the Office of Export Enforcement just not involved? He's just random. It's just in this article. No. The point is, this was an existing case that they clearly arrested him after he bought more parts to manufacture and then sell internationally and becomes an arms trafficker. This guy had aspirations to be Lord of War. But what the New York Times will have you think is, well, he just bought all these guns and he's going to put them out on the streets. And that's not the case. And that's why I'm covering this. Like I said, everything is linked in the description box below. Americans have had the right to build their own firearms since its inception. And this, this guy really just kind of is taking advantage and trafficking. That's really what this is. And he will enjoy federal prison. That's what I've got for you. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Braden, signing out.